A tornado's fury, a Vietnam escape. As the driver in Vietnam embarks on his journey into town, his senses are put on high alert as he notices small pieces of debris being carried into the sky by an unusual gust of wind. A few moments later, what began as a curious observation escalates into a life-or-death situation, as if in a nightmare, the once serene town transforms into a chaotic background, with buildings collapsing all around and people scrambling desperately to find safety. A massive piece of debris propelled by the relentless winds hurtles perilously close to him, leaving him breathless with fear. The wind howls, the sky darkens, and chaos reigns as the town bears the brunt of the powerful force of nature. When it seems like there's no escape, the wind finally relents and the devastation comes to a haunting halt. The town that was once teeming with life now lies in ruins. The aftermath reveals that this catastrophic event was caused by a small but mighty tornado, which remarkably left no casualties in its wake. Tragedy in the skies, the Trans-Asia plane crash. The day began like any other at Taipei Airport, with passengers boarding the Trans-Asia plane bound for its next destination. The anticipation of a smooth flight turned into heartache when tragedy struck shortly after takeoff. In a terrifying sequence of events, the aircraft's left wing clips the top of a passing van, setting off a devastating chain of consequences. Investigators would later piece together the cause of this horrific incident: an engine flameout. The pilot's frantic attempts to regain control were hampered by the plane's insufficient altitude, leaving them with an impossible task. As the aircraft hurtled towards disaster, 43 lives were tragically lost. 15 passengers managed to survive, their miraculous escape defying the odds and inspiring hope in the face of unimaginable grief. Race against hell. Escaping the Fort McMurray forest fire. Fort McMurray, Canada, found itself under siege as a major forest fire broke out, threatening the lives of nearly 90,000 residents. Panic and chaos ensued as people scrambled to escape the relentless fury of the flames. Amidst this heart-stopping mayhem, a determined driver recorded his dramatic evacuation on a dashcam, capturing the sheer intensity of the harrowing journey. The wind's sudden change in direction only added to the sense of impending doom, blowing the fire dangerously towards the road. Panic gripped the drivers, but their will to survive proved stronger than the fear that threatened to engulf them. Undeterred by the inferno that surrounded them, they bravely pressed on, navigating through what seemed like a little hell on earth. The drivers managed to escape the clutches of the inferno, their lives forever changed by this harrowing brush with disaster. Tragedy on the road. A plane crash near New Cairo Airport. Near the bustling New Cairo Airport in Moscow, fate dealt a cruel blow as a driver bore witness to a horrifying plane crash that would leave an indelible mark on his memory. With his dashcam rolling, the unexpected disaster unfolded before his eyes. A Trans-Asia plane overshot the runway and hurtled towards the road, turning the scene into a nightmare spectacle. In a split second, drivers were faced with a life-or-death situation, forced to take evasive action to avoid the raining debris. The roar of the plane's impact echoed in the air as onlookers grasped in shock and disbelief. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, their sirens blaring, and the frantic scramble to assist those in need began. Amidst the chaos, there were both moments of hope and profound sorrow. 4 people, including 3 flight attendants and another crew member, were swiftly taken to the hospital for medical attention. However, tragedy struck hard as news emerged of the loss of both pilots and the fighter engineer, along with 1 flight attendant. As investigators worked tirelessly to understand the cause of the crash, the world mourned the loss of those who perished while praying for the recovery of the survivors. A brush with disaster. Dodging a falling boulder. On another stormy day in Taiwan, a vigilant driver was focused on the road ahead, unaware of the impending danger that lurked above. High up on a mountain, a massive boulder became dislodged, gaining momentum as it hurtled down the steep slope. In an unexpected twist of fate, the massive rock barreled onto the road with terrifying force, a calamity that almost crushed the unsuspecting driver in its wake. Seconds felt like eternity as adrenaline coursed through his veins. Instinct took over and the driver skillfully maneuvered his vehicle, narrowly escaping the colossal hazard. The deafening crash of the boulder hitting the road was an ominous reminder of how fragile life could be. For the driver, the close call served as a powerful wake-up call, leaving him with an enduring sense of gratitude for narrowly avoiding disaster.